The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, let's just wait for one more minute to let the attendees join. Let's just wait for a few more seconds. Hi everyone, this is Sushma, Business Manager at iNojet, and I'm back with another webinar on the latest features that we have added to the latest release. All lines will be muted during this webinar. If you have any questions, please use the chat window to type in your questions. At the end of the webinar, we'll also have a Q&A session. Let's have a look over the agenda for today's webinar. So we'll quickly look over the Maplytics growth over the years. Next, we'll be seeing the Maplytics scope and the impact of into the market. And after that, I'll be giving you a little overview about the features that to be covered into this webinar, which will be followed by the live demonstration of all of those features. We'll also have a little poll on the basis of the features that we have added into this webinar. And lastly, we'll be having a Q&A session. So before we dive into the session, let me give you a quick brief about iNogic. iNogic is one of the leading service providers in an ISV. We have been into this business for more than a decade now, and here our blogs are also well known among the CRM community. Apart from Maplytics, we have also been focusing on building productivity apps which reduce multiple steps in CRM to reduce your one-click reduce the steps into CRM with one-click solutions. You can see a few of our offerings on the slide over here. Besides developing apps, we are also a system integrator, and we assist our partners and customers with offshore development services. If you would like to discuss any requirements of the same, you can contact us at crm@inogic.com. So let's go through the growth of webinars over the years. Maplytics has been there for more than a decade now. We started in 2011 as a store locator, and we developed it more as our team researched about the customer requirements, and of course the valuable feedback from our customers and partners contributed a lot. As we grew, we added the proximity search, routing optimization, territory management, and many more features over the period. Now let's move on to understand the importance of locational intelligence. According to the executives worldwide, the locational component in the business performance has been playing a major role into the many business sectors like finance, retail, logistics, real estate, tourism, etc. Further, its importance is going to increase even more in the coming few years. If we look at this report, it shows that the locational intelligence is really important to the businesses irrespective of the industry verticals, be it B2C or B2B. Industries like healthcare, finance, services, technology, manufacturing, education, or be it any other industry. The locational intelligence has been playing a major role into the business performance. Moreover, in any business, the locational intelligence is being used by the people into various job functions. It's not just limited to the C-level leaders of the company, but also the people into R&D, operations, marketing and sales, and many other job functions. And they are utilizing the location information into their day-to-day work. Let's have a look over this chart that shows that various use cases that require the locational intelligence. Use cases like data visualization, logistics, fleet routing and tracking, and many others are of great importance in various organizations. And Maplytics is one such solution that will help you to fulfill all of these use cases. Before we start with the overview of the features to be covered today, let's see a few examples of the impact of Maplytics into business. With Maplytics in use, the organizations are able to reduce the mileage cost by 10 to 30%. And we all know how valuable it is to save fuel in the times when the price is going up. Scheduling field trips that used to be a tedious process, with Maplytics, people are now able to save 1 to 2 hours daily, and that amounts to about $800 of money each month. Moreover, while the managers used to spend 4 to 5 hours on managing territories, Maplytics has reduced it to just a few hours, along with the better visual administration as well as alignment of the territories. So basically, while you are planning routines and processes, Maplytics helps you to make the most out of it. Now let's have a look over the list of features that we'll be going through today. So first I'll be going through the mobile UI. So we have revamped our mobile UI in order to increase the user friendliness as well as the look and feel of the mobile UI. I hope you like it. The next feature we're going through is S3 support. So many organizations use the ArcGIS files to get more insights about the geographies into their organization. So into Maplytics, into the latest release, we have added the integration of the S3 account as well. Next, we'll be looking at the actual and proposed route information. So this is one of the very useful features that we have added, mostly for the organizations who have a whole field team that are going outside on the field. So while your team is outside on the field, and if you want to compensate the money, the fare that they are spending on their traveling, so with Maplytics now you will be getting the information about the actual travel distance as well as the actual time that they have spent on the field. The next feature is the auto scheduling. So auto scheduling, we have enhanced the auto scheduling, where we have made it more informative as well as interactive. So you will be seeing a new calendar over there as well as trip summary. After that, we'll be going through the support for multiple data sources. So as we all know that Maplytics has been built by all of our valuable customers and partners. And based on various demands from various customers and partners, we have now removed the restriction of the limited data source support. So now you will be able to plot multiple data sources into the same map. Next, we'll be going through the PCF control, which is address auto suggest. So we have added a new PCF control that will help you to type in the address into the control, and it will give you the suggestions, and it will help you to autofill the respective suggestion into the address fields. After that, we'll be going through the enhancements that we have done into the dashboard. Sorry. So as we all know that you can create multiple dashboards within the Maplytics. So into the dashboards, we have now added some more enhancements where based on which you will be able to interact with the data as well as analyze your data more. After that, we have also added the support for the street view. While the field reps are outside on the field traveling to meet some people, they can just right click anywhere on the map and they will be able to see the location in the form of street view as well. Lastly, we'll be seeing the support for Apple Maps. So all of our users who are using the iPhone and the iPad, they will now be able to navigate themselves into the Apple Map as well. So let's start with the live demonstration. So let me share my screen. And here I am into my demo instance. Okay, so we'll start with the first feature that we have listed, which is the mobile UI enhancement. So we have revamped the whole mobile UI. So here I am into the dynamic CRM where I'm opening any entity. You can go to any entity and you'll be getting the button of Maplytics. So here is the button for Maplytics. I can choose the detail map or the heat map. So here I'm going for the detail map. So here you can see, so as we also have a whole customer base already existing users of Maplytics, so we didn't want them to bother and learn something very new. So we have kept the features almost the same and we have just enhanced the UI to increase the user friendliness. So now you can see I am into the detail map, and here you can see at the bottom I have this button for search. So if I click on this, this will open the plot records card. So plot records card is the same. You can see all of the features are almost the same, and this area is for the proximity search as well. Now here, let's start with plotting some data. I can see this dashboard of, data source option. I can just select any entity over here. Let's say I'll go for accounts. Now here, you can select the view. So here I can just select a view over here. I'm selecting a personal view, and here I'll click on go. So this is the by location option, and it will plot the data simply based on the addresses it has into the records. So here you can see the data has been plotted now, and if you want to see the data on the hover of any push pins, you can simply single click on that particular push pin, and here you will be able to see some data about those particular records. So this is configurable within the settings. You can also add some more data to the hover. Now, if you want to open the tooltip card for any particular push pin, here you can simply double click at any particular record and you will be able to see the tooltip card into the at the bottom of the screen. So here you can see all of the details. Moreover, you can also see this tooltip card actions as well. So you can perform some actions on the respective record as well. Now here, if you want to go back to the plot records card, you can simply click on anywhere outside the map. Here you can see within the map I have just clicked, and here I can see again the option to click on search button. Right, I can click on search and I'm again on the plot records card. Now let's go for the option of category. Now here you can see the place for category. So I can select a category over here. For example, I'll choose industry category and I'll click on go. Now here it will color code the push pins. Now here you can see the push pins have been colored into various different colors as well as different shapes as well. Now here you can see at the left top corner, you see two buttons over here. So what are these? This one, the first one is the layer menu. So here you can see the data that has been plotted is listed into the layer menu. I can see this toggle button as well. I can just click on this toggle button and I can just make the records disappear just by if I want to focus on something else. Now I can just choose the toggle button again. Now the second map that the second button that you see, this is for the category card. Now here you can see the card opens up for the category. Now you can see a little blue space over the card. You can just drag it around over here, and here you will drag it up and you will be able to drag the card to see the full card over here. And here you can see a lot of industries have been listed. Now here you can understand which industry has been represented by which particular push pin. So here you can see various push pins over here. If you want to focus on any particular industry, you can just deselect the industries that you don't want. So here this is the category card that you can see. Again, if you want to go back to the map, you can simply click outside the card, click on the map, and this card will get closed. Now here at the top right corner, you can see three buttons over here. So the first option is road or aerial map mode. So if you switch to aerial map, it will go for the aerial map mode as well, and you can go back for the road map. Now here, the third option is the refresh map button. If you want to refresh the data, so here you can click on the refresh option. Now let's go for the search button again over here, and I can see the second option over here, which is the by region option. So by region, as you are familiar with it, you can choose any particular area to be plotted on the map. So for example, if let's say I'll go for state, and here I'll just put some state over here like this. So I can just put some state, I'll put let's say 3 states and the country. Okay, and I'll choose one of the views over here and I'll click on go. So here this is the by region option, which will allow you to plot any region that you have chosen over here, and I have selected some states to be plotted. So here you can see the data has been plotted based on the selection of the states that you have done into the plot records card. Now here let's go for the plot the plot records card again, and the third option that you see, this is the template option. So in case you are choosing, you see a lot of something very frequently, you need to do something very frequently, so you can just save that and you will be able to plot that template directly. So here I have already created one template, so you'll be able to see this template. So I have selected one template over here, and if I click on go, this will plot the template directly. So here you can see the template has been plotted directly on the map, and this is how you can just go for any particular search criteria directly without having a lot of clicks. Now let's go for another option within the plot records card, which is for the proximity search. So here, if you are into the plot records card and you want to go to the map, you can simply click on the search button again, and this card will get closed and you will be able to see the map over here. Okay, so now here, let's say I'll just choose a center location, and here you can just select some radius over here. So for example, I'll choose like this. Okay, and here I'll click on go. So this will allow you to see the respective proximity search. So you can see the proximity search has been plotted over here. You can hover on any particular push pin, see the line of sight distance, and here you can double click on any particular push pin to see the particular tooltip card as well. So this is how you can search for the proximity over any data within the mobile UI. Now here let me choose the refresh button to just clear the map again. Now let's see how the directions work, how you create the routes within the mobile. So here I am into the direction card, and here you can choose the data over here. So let me just refresh the map, and here I'll just choose some records to plot. So here I'll choose the record. So I have chosen one personal view to be plotted, and here I can simply right click anywhere. It can be a simple location or it can be a record. I can right click and I have three options: set as a region, set as destination, as well as adding to a route. So here I'm choosing add to route over here, and similarly I can also select some more waypoints for my route. Okay, now let's go for the direction card, and here you can see the records have been selected. Let me remove the, okay, and here, okay, so the waypoints have been selected. Now you have this option of options over here, so you can see that you have the options of optimizing your route based on the direction over here. So you can choose any option like shortest distance if you want to optimize the route based on the shortest distance, or if you want to optimize your route based on the shortest time. So you can choose any particular option over here. If you want to avoid toll roads, or if you want to avoid highways, if you want to see the traffic on the map, you can do that. So you can click on go over here. So this will plot the respective route on the map. So this is the optimized route. Let me just check my screen again. I'll just reshare my screen. Maybe some users are not able to see the screen. Please type in if you're able to see the screen now. Can you please type if you are able to see the screen?
आपके पास ऐप है
Okay, so yeah. So here I'm into the direction card and let me click on go. So this will just a second. So here let me plot some data again. And, so here I have plotted the data and I can just right click on, I can just long press on any record and here I'll be able to, just a second. So here I can just choose some records over here. I can just long press on the records and I can add them to the route. And here if I go for directions, I can see those records and I can click on go to get the optimized route plotted on the map. Okay, so this is how the optimized route looks like, and here I have this option of navigation as well. I can click on navigation and here you can see the navigation links over here. So if I click on this navigation, it will by default take me to the Google Maps into the mobile. So this is how you can create a route and you can further navigate yourself into the respective route as well. Now here we have another little feature which is called the POI option. So here what I can do is that if a person is somewhere roaming around on the field and he's meeting some people, so they can search for the geotag pin map location. So I can select the POI location over here and here I can see these buttons. I can click on the restaurant and let's say I'll choose the restaurant here. So you can see all of the restaurants that are within the nearby area will get plotted on the map. So these are the geotag pin map locations that have been plotted. Now similarly, I can go for the other option. I can select some data over here and I can see a whole list of data, the locations that have listed over here. So I can also type in some data over here at just keyword and I can click on the search button over here and this will allow, let me just try another. So here you can just search for it and you will be able to search for the respective locations on the map as well, like this. So here you can single click on the record, you can double click on the record and you will be able to see the respective data on the map. So now here you also have this option of this second button which is locate me. If I click on this locate me button, so this comes very handy while you are traveling on the map, so you will be able to see your own location plotted on the map as well. So this was the mobile UI, and if there are any issues with the share screen, we can provide you the video as well recorded for the mobile UI demo as well. So here let me go to the another option over here, which is the another feature that we have listed, which is the navigate to option. Let me just share my screen again. So here I am into the, let me know if you are able to see the screen. Okay, so here the next feature that we are going to see is the navigate tool. So this is very handy feature while the team is outside on the field traveling. So here I can just go for the activities, and here I can just choose to go for a route. Just a second. So here I'm choosing one route over here. Okay, so here once let me just open some records. So let me just plot some records over here. So the navigate to feature, what is this feature? While the people are outside on the field traveling for the particular meetings, so here you have the option of plot creating a route directly with a single click. So which means that while you are outside on the field and let's say any particular client has called urgently to meet for the meeting or let's say services, so what you can do is that you can double click on that particular record and you will be able to see the respective option. The second button, this is a new button that we have added. So you can click on this new button and this will directly lead you to the respective route from your current location to the respective to the respective push pin over here. So this will allow to have the route created directly without multiple clicks. You can just simply click on navigate to button and this will allow you to see the route plotted on the map. Okay. So let me go to the next feature that we have listed for today, which is the actual and proposed route. So let me go to the activities over here and let me just plot a route. Okay, so I have already created one route. So here I'll just choose the route. So now what is this actual and proposed route information? So the thing that is here is that whenever your field reps are outside on the field traveling to meet the people, so in that case, you want to see what is the actual distance and actual time they have traveled, right? So whatever route that you have given to them, that is not always the same that they actually travel into the real time. There might be some differences, right? So if you are compensating with them with the fee, the money that they have spent on traveling, so you can use this information for that. So here let me just plot this route on the map, and here while the field person, so how to use this feature? So while the field person is outside on the field, they have plotted the route. Now they will be starting to go ahead and follow the route to meet the first person. So here they can see the respective route over here. I have plotted the route, and here you can see the route has been plotted. I can just go for direction option, and here you can see the navigate option. You can see navigate button over here. I can click on this navigate button and you can see the links over here. So here you can see some new buttons are there over here. So you see the start trip and end trip. So what does this mean? So that basically while the person is outside on the field and they are traveling on that particular route, they can start the trip while they are going ahead to meet a particular client. So here you can see the starting, some meetings have been finished and this is the current meeting which is going on. Once they have completed the meetings, they can simply click on stop trip. And now while they are starting to go for another meeting, they can just click on the start trip again. So here, while they are going for the next meeting, the start trip, while they click on the start trip, what happens is that the feature of the tracking, live tracking within the Maplytics, it will allow to track the respective the location of the salesperson. So while the salesperson has started the trip, you can see the salesperson has navigated into the Google Maps and the person is now traveling on that particular route. Now here, once they have completed the meeting, they can simply come again and stop the trip. So in this while, the Maplytics live tracking feature will track the location of the salesperson while they're outside on the field. So here what happens, once the tracking has been completed and the person has started has completed the respective meetings. So what you can do, the reporting managers can do is that they can simply see the respective option over here into the route. So here, let me choose the route, and here, okay. So what you can do is that just open the route over here. So this route basically will give you all of the data into the respective for the basic the respective traveling. Just a second, let me reshare the screen. Just a minute. So I have reshared my screen. Okay, I hope you are able to see the screen over here. So here I'm just opening one of the route that I have created. So while salesperson has completed the field trip, the reporting managers can simply click on the route over here, and they will be just going for the waypoint option. And within this section, you will be able to see all of the details regarding the respective route. So here you can see we have added some more details to this table. Here you can see estimated travel distance. This is basically the proposed route based on the route that they were supposed to follow, and this is the estimated travel distance that they were supposed to cover into the field. Now here you can see the actual travel distance. I'm sorry, the data is not there. Let me just show you another option. Okay, so here basically this will give you the actual travel distance over here. This distance will be the actual distance that has been covered by the salesperson. Now here you can also see the column for estimated travel time. This is the travel time that was supposed to be traveled by the salesperson on the field based on the route assigned to them. Now here you can see the column of actual travel time over here. This is the actual travel time that they have traveled in real time while they were out on the field. So you can just use the CRM and you can export this data, go ahead and calculate the fare in order to compensate the money they have spent into the traveling. So this was the feature of actual versus proposed route information. Now let's move on to the next feature on the list, which is the SRE support. So I hope you are able to see the screen now. Now here I'll just go for the map button. So many organizations use the ArcGIS files that contain the insights of the geographies, multiple states or countries. This is a very useful information that you can use in your organization to take important decisions. So here what you can do is that you using this option, you will be able to integrate your SRE account with Maplytics. So what you have to do is that simply go to the Maplytics app and then settings and Maplytics configuration detail record. Now here there will be one record for the admin that doesn't have any user. So let me go to the default configuration detail record over here, which does not have any user. Right, I'll just go for this. Added a tab over here which is ArcGIS, so you can see the details. So basically you can just refer to my manual that I have written, basically giving all of the step-by-step instructions how to configure your ArcGIS. Just go through those steps. Once you have configured the account within Maplytics successfully, you can go to the maps and you can access the ArcGIS files. So you can just go for the accounts over here, and let me just open the detailed map. So the ArcGIS files will be accessed by the feature of overlay. So you're already familiar with the overlay feature. So what is overlay? Overlay is a feature that will allow you to plot some more layers of the data on the map along with the existing layer. So here you can see earlier we had two options, territory and file. Now we have added another option, which is the ArcGIS. So here I have all of the files that I have added into my S3 account. So you will be able to access those files into your S3 account into here. So here let me choose one of the file over here. Now here you can also color code your regions based on this. So here you can see the attributes over here. If I want to color code the regions, I can choose an attribute over here. Now here, if you want to see the data on the card of the click of the regions, you can select some data as well. So for example, I'll choose this data and click on search. So here you will be able to see the respective ArcGIS file plotted on the map. Now here you can see the color coding based on the attribute that I had chosen. I can also click on the respective region and I'll be getting the respective summary attribute as well into this particular card. So this is how you can choose the S3 support. You can choose the ArcGIS files to see. Now here this ArcGIS, this S3 support will also support the polyline layer as well as the push fill layers as well. So let's choose one of the polyline layer and see how does it look. So if you have any polyline layers, that will also be supported into this. So this is a polyline layer, and let's say if you want to see the push pin layer, let me show you that as well. So here I have selected a push pin layer, I have clicked on search, and now you can see the push pins have been plotted. So this is how you can choose your ArcGIS files that you have saved into your S3 account, and you can access those ArcGIS files from this overlay feature within Maplytics. So this was the feature of S3 support. Let me go to next feature that we have listed for today, which is the auto scheduling enhancement. So here let me plot the data over here and I'll show you the auto scheduling. So here I have plotted some data. Okay, let me just select one. Okay. So I've selected location. Let me just filter these data because there are a lot of data. Let me just filter this data. I'll click on search. And this is the data. Let me see how many records. So these are 9 records over here. So here, let me plot some more records. Okay. So I've just increased the count of records. And here, I'll just choose the auto scheduling. So here I have clicked on the auto scheduling and click on confirm, and here it will go to the auto scheduling section. So you are already familiar with the auto scheduling card over here. This card basically allows you to select the preferences based on the users, the salesperson or the service people that you choose over here. So you can select the people over here like this. Okay, and here you can select when to start the schedule. You can select the period. If you are creating a route for more than a day, you can select the period over here, the duration, start time, end time. The duration is basically for each of the meetings. You can select the start time, end time, break time within the day, the break duration, and the buffer time, and further which of the days your people work within the week. Now here we have additional option, which is the consider existing meetings, which means that if you have any existing meetings already created, those will also get considered. Now I have gone to the advanced preferences. So here you will be getting some more details about the respective users and the meetings. So here you can see the 2 salesperson that I have chosen have been listed over here. So these the details of the default or fetched by default. You can surely change these as well. So let me choose another location from Australia. Now here, let's say I'll go for 3 meetings per day. Okay, and I have chosen all of these preferences. Let me deselect this just to make it quicker, and I'll click on proceed. Now what happens based on the preferences that I have selected into the card, it will give me the most optimized schedule for my users that I have selected. Now with the enhanced version of auto scheduling, where you will be getting some more information about the meetings as well as the view of calendar based on the respective salesperson that I have chosen. So here it is considering the preferences as well as the proximity of the records from the user location, and it will give you the most optimized route in order to make sure that the salespeople should be traveling the least amount of time on the map. So let's just give it a few seconds more. Okay, so here you can see the data, the route has been plotted, and here you can see the legend card. So legend card basically shows you which color is representing which of the user. So here you can see the route has been plotted over here, and this is the calendar view that we have added into our latest release. You can see the two options, day and week. So I can choose the day option here, and here you can see the user has been selected over here. So whatever user has been selected, for that particular user, you will be able to see all of the meetings that have been scheduled over here. You can also go for the next day option, and you will be getting the route of the next day as well as the calendar for the next day as well. Now, whatever data, whatever user that you have selected, the respective first meeting will be shown into this summary card as well. So this will give you the trip summary for the respective meetings for the respective salesperson that you have chosen over here. You can also click on down option, and here you will be getting the turn by turn directions into this card itself. Now here we also have this option of week. So if you have created the route for multiple weeks, so here you will be able to see the whole week view as well. So here you can see now the calendar is week based, and I can see the whole week. I can see how does it look for the two of my salespeople. Now you can see the legend has changed a bit. This will now show you the color for each of the week over here. So again, here you can see a user has been selected. I can see which user has been selected, and the respective users data will be shown into this trip summary card, right? And you can again go for the turn by turn directions to see over here as well. Now here also you can see the next button. So if I click on next option, this will give you the route for the next week as well. Likewise, you will be able to see the data for each of the week on the map, and this will give you the calendar based view as well as the trip summary on the card as well. So this was the enhancement that we have made into our latest release. Now let's go back to the next feature which we have on the list, which is the multiple data support. So we have got a lot of demand from many customers as well as partners as well to remove the restriction of the data sources that can be plotted. So earlier we had the restriction of plotting only three data sources at a maximum that can be plotted on the map. So now we have removed that particular restriction. So here, let me choose some data over here. So I've chosen account. Let's go for contact, and I can just choose personal view. Let's go for lead, and here let me choose a personal view, and here I've created the view basically. So I can choose the view, and let me choose opportunities as well. So now you can see instead of three, I have selected 5 data sources over here all together on the same map. So here I can click on search as well. So here you can see 5 data sources will be plotted on the map together on the same page, and I do not have to restrict myself. Now you will be able to plot multiple data sources together on the same map. So this was the option that we have added into our latest release, where we have removed the restriction and we have made it possible to plot multiple data sources on the same map. Now the next feature that we have listed is the street view. So what happens is while the field people are out on the field and they're navigating themselves for a particular location, there might be some situations that they are not able to understand the respective location. So this comes very handy, that will help you to get the exact view of the respective street. So for example, I'll just go for, let's say, this area. Now I can click anywhere, right click anywhere, and I have this new button which is the street view. I can click on this and this will give me the exact location. I can see the street view of the exact location. So here the field reps will be able to better understand while they are outside on the field, and they will be able to follow the route better using the street view. So this will help them to relate themselves while they are out on the field, and they will be able to reach the meeting location on time. So this was the feature of street view that we have added. Let's go for the second last feature that we have listed for today, which is the dashboard enhancement. So let me open one of the dashboard. So here I have opened one dashboard, which is the open cases into each of the postal codes. So here, let it just load. Let me just open it again. Okay. So here, this is the dashboard that I have got opened, that is for open cases for each of the postal codes. So here you will be able to see various open cases that are into each of the postal codes over here. Right. So here you can see that some more addition has been done into our latest release. This is the donut view over here. So you can see the use of it. So you can see the percentages. These percentages are based on how many open cases are there into each of the postal codes. So you can see the respective percentages for each of the owners as well, because I have categorized my open cases based on various owners. So here you can see, if I just hover on the donut, I can see the respective count of the open cases for that particular owner. I can see the same for the other owners as well. Now, if I want, I can also filter my records based on the donut that I am choosing. So here I can click on Joe Smith. I'll be able to see the pie chart for Joe Smith into each of the postal codes. And similarly, I can do the same for William as well. So likewise, you can filter your data based on the respective attribute that you are choosing. So here I have chosen owner. I can see, I can filter the data based on the respective owners that I want. Now that I have filtered, if I want to go back to the original screen and see all of the data, I can simply click on the main donut that shows all of the data for all of the users, and I'm back on the main screen. So I can now see the data for all three users as well. Now, if you do not want to see this area and you simply want to see the data into the map, you can also click on this collapse button, and this will collapse the data over here. And similarly, you can show it again. So this was the enhancement that we have added into our latest release. Let's go for the last feature of this webinar, which is the PCF control. So here, let me open one of the record. So this is a PCF control that we have added, and this you can simply just go for the user manual, and you will be able to add this control very easily on any field with a data type single line text field. And here you can see the data. I have added this control on this particular field, the street one, right? So here what you can do is that you can simply type in any address over here. So here I can just type in our address, and here what happens, it will give you the respective options over here. These are the suggestions for the addresses. So the very common use case of this that I have got from many of my clients is that the field reps, while they are out on the field, sometimes they want to create a route for which they are visiting, and the route didn't exist before into the CRM. So while you are out on the field, you can simply go to that particular area, right click on that and create a new record. So while you're into the form of that particular record, you have already added the control, right? You can just type in over here, you can get the suggestions, you can click on the suggestions, and you can see the respective data has been filled over here as well. Right, so this is how you will be able to just type in the address and add that address to the respective address fields. Now here there's also a simple button over here. This is my GPS location. If I'm somewhere out on the field and I want to save that particular location as the record, you can just create a new record. You can go for the form and just click on my GPS location. This will basically allow you to take your GPS location over here, and you can see again the same has been filled into the address fields over here. So this is how this becomes very handy while you are out on the field and you want to just create a record for your location. Just come up to the record form and you will be able to use this control to add the address within this address fields. So this also makes sure that your geocoding is always correct, because it will give you the suggestions for the addresses that you can simply choose from the options. So these were all of the features that we have added into our latest release. And here, let me go back to my slide. And I have a little poll that I have created for the respective features that I have that we have added. So let me just start a poll, and you can just select the feature that you see the most important and most useful for your organization. So you can just choose the feature. So I'll be waiting for a few seconds. You can just choose a feature that you see the most useful to your organization. So I'll be waiting for a few seconds more. You can just choose the features that you find the most useful to you. So I'll be waiting for 30 seconds more. So I'm closing the poll now. And okay, thank you so much for the votes. And here I'm closing the poll now. Let me go to the Q&A session. You can just type in your queries if you have any. Please use the chat window and type in your queries over here. So I'll be able to help you with the answers as well. So David has a question. Into the SD account, all the files will be available into the overlay feature. So yes, if you have saved your files into the S3 account, you will be able to access those ArcGIS files into your into Maplytics within the feature of overlay. And if you have made any changes to the files, like for example, if you have categorized those files into your account, so you will be able to access those categorized files as well into the overlay feature over here. Richard has asked for live tracking. Do you have a mobile app? Yes. So live tracking, obviously, the sales people while they are outside on the field, they will need to follow the route, and they will be following the route within the mobile. And for the real-time tracking feature, especially, we have created our own Maplytics app that the field sales people can use while they are outside on the field. You can download that app from the App Store or the Play Store. Bella has asked a question, does the street view show into all road views? So yes, all road view map will be into all road views. You will be able to see the street view as well. You can just right click on the map anywhere that you want and you'll be getting the street view for that particular location. So please type in if you have any questions. Okay, Bella has asked if I use the street view, can I move while I am using the street view? Yes, while you are using the street view, you can just use the arrow buttons. You can also move and you can go ahead on the same road as well. Michael has asked a question, using S3, can we show feature layers? Yeah, you can choose any layer type. You can choose the feature layers as well as the polyline layers or the polypoint layers as well. So please type in if you have any questions. So I'll be waiting for a few more seconds. Let me know if you have any questions. So I guess I have answered all of your questions, and so thank you so much for joining the webinar. And here on the slide, you can see the versions of the CRM that we support for Maplytics. The Maplytics can work within Dynamic CRM as well as Dataverse as well. And you can see the slide will be shared with all of the attendees, and you'll be able to see the case studies that we have got from our wonderful customers as well as partners, and you can see the testimonials from our valuable partners as well. And here we have some FAQs as well. You can just go through, let me just go through the FAQs. So here the first question is, do we need to purchase the Bing Map license separately? So no, you do not have to purchase the Bing Map license separately for using Maplytics. So within Maplytics, while I issue the license, that will include the Bing Map license within the license itself. The next question is, which Dynamics products do you support? So like you saw, you can use Dynamics CRM as well as the Dataverse as well. You can use Maplytics into on-premise version as well. So what are your support hours? So you do not need to worry about the support hours. We cater to all over the globe. We have the customer base into US, Australia, as well as Europe, and we haven't got any complaints from any particular countryside. So we will surely, you can just mail us at crm@inocheck.com and we'll surely help you with that. Can I create overlapping territories for my sales team and service team? Yes, we do have the territory management feature into Maplytics, and if you want to create multiple territories at the same location for a different team, let's say, so you'll be able to create them as well as visualize the overlapping territories on the map as well. Can I plot records from multiple entities on the same map? So here, yes, like I said, into our latest release, in fact, we have removed the restrictions and you'll be able to plot multiple entities now on the map into the same page. So can we use Maplytics into mobile to view the route and follow it? Yeah, Maplytics can be used within the mobile. You can just download the Dynamic CRM app for phones, Dynamic CRM sales app, or Dynamic CRM field service app, and you will be able to use Maplytics into the mobile with the our revamped UI that we have added into our latest release. So if you are new to Maplytics, you can just download Maplytics from our website and you'll be able to activate the free trial of Maplytics that will be valid for 15 days. You are very well welcomed for a free demo. You can just type in your mail at crm@inogic.com and I'll be glad to demonstrate Maplytics as per your specific requirements of mapping, and I'll also answer the queries that you have. Thank you so much for joining the webinar. I hope you like the latest features that we have added into our latest release, and I'll be looking forward to your valuable feedback on all of the features that we have discussed today, especially the mobile UI enhancement. I hope you liked our revamped mobile UI. Please let me know if you have any feedback or suggestions. So just write in a mail at crm@inogic.com and I'll be glad to get back to you on the same.